Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm going to be doing a video on some of my favourite lightweight foundations and skin tints and tinted moisturisers. I'm doing this video in collaboration with I Am Kaya, who is a creator here on YouTube, and her channel is absolutely fantastic. She reviews a lot of the same products that I do, so high-end luxury makeup. She's also going to be doing a video on this exact same topic, so she's going to be sharing her favorite lightweight foundations, skin tints and tinted moisturizers as well. So I'm really excited to see what her picks are going to be and whether we have the same choices or not. And if you are coming over from her channel, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Anyway guys, I'm just going to get into it, but if you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. And without further ado guys, here is the video. So guys, today I'm going to be doing a video on some of my favourite lightweight foundations and skin tints. This video is in collaboration with I Am Kaya. We couldn't decide whether we wanted to do blushes or skin tints, but as we're coming into summer, it felt like the perfect time to do a video on lightweight foundations and skin tints. I'm going to start with some lightweight foundations, and I'm going to go into tinted moisturiser, and then I'm going to go into tints, but they're all pretty much of a muchness. They're pretty much the same thing. So I'm just going to get into it. First, I'm going to start with two foundations. I actually only got one recently, even though I've had it already, but it's just come out in my shade. This is the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Radiant Sheer Foundation, and I've just recently done a video on it, so if you do want a full review, I will link that down below. I'm also going to be putting it alongside another favourite lightweight foundation of mine, which is the Dior Face and Body Foundation. When I reviewed the MAC, one of you guys asked if it was similar to the Dior and what it was like in comparison, so I felt like this would be a really good opportunity to show you them side by side. I find them very different. I find the MAC one a lot more glowy than the Dior. This one feels like more like a lightweight foundation. This one feels like more like a tint. I'm going to show you them anyway. I'm going to show you them side by side. I'm going to start with the MAC Studio Face and Body Sheer Radiance Foundation using the shade C7. It's light, it looks really glowy and healthy on my skin, but it doesn't look overly shiny. It can be built up to like a decent coverage, but it looks very skin-like, it looks very natural, and it's just really nice. It does transfer a little bit, and it does look a bit light when I put it on, but it does adjust to my skin tone, which is really good. As you can see, it just gives my skin a really nice natural glow, and even though it does go on quite light, it does eventually balance itself out. I do end up having to use quite a bit of it, so if you don't like having to like layer things up, then maybe this won't be for you. On the other side, I'm going to pop on the Dior, which is also called Face and Body. It comes in the same squeezy bottle. I think in terms of packaging, the Dior one's probably a bit more glam just because of the silver lid and the CD on the top, but I like the new MAC one. I feel like the new MAC one's upped its game, and I do think they both look good. And the Dior one is 50 mils as well, so they're both the same size. This is the Dior. You don't need as much as you do with the MAC. As you can see, the MAC one is definitely more sheer, a bit more glowy and a bit more fresh looking, whereas the Dior one's a bit more matted down. It's still lightweight, you can still see through my skin, but this one is more of a foundation in my head, and this one's more of a tint. Next up are two actual tinted moisturizers. These are official, real deal tinted moisturizers. So first up, on this side, I'm going to show you the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream, and I really like this one. This is in the shade Deep. It gives my skin like a really nice dewy glow, but it's also got a really high SPF in it. It's got SPF 50, but it's really lightweight. It looks really good on the skin. The only annoying thing about this, and the thing I still can't believe is true 2 years after I bought this, 3 years after I bought this, is that the deep shade is still the darkest shade, And It Cosmetics actually released a foundation, which we do have in the Slap app. They released a foundation called Your Skin But Better, which is the same range as this, and it's got like 40 shades. It's got a really strong, huge shade range, so I just don't know why they haven't expanded this shade range. Maybe they have in the US, but as far as I know, they haven't. So yeah, I do really like this shade, and I do think, luckily, because it is a tint and because it's quite a rich tint or a rich brown, it will match to a lot of skin tones that are my skin tone and a bit deeper as well. So that's the only good thing, but it still needs to be at least 2 or 3 shades after this one. But this is a really nice tinted moisturizer. It's just really easy going. So this skin tint is called Your Skin But Better. It really just does look like my skin, but better. It's got even more coverage than the Dior and the MAC, but it just looks so bouncy and dewy and skin-like and fresh. It doesn't look like I've got anything on, but it just looks like my skin is just like this. So the next one is Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I got this in the shade 6W1 Ganache. I bought this online at Cult Beauty. It was really hard to actually find my shade in this, and it actually turned out to be a bit too rich for me, also a bit too red as well. Definitely not a golden undertone, even though it's a 6W, which is warm. I actually was in Harvey Nichols the other day. I was just randomly shopping for stuff, and I was looking around. I went to the Laura Mercier counter. So we tried 6N1, we tried 5W1, and we also tried 5N1. Weirdly, their W shades in this tint are just not warm. This one actually looks a bit more golden than the 5W1. So I've been trying it. I do actually like this. I still feel like this is a bit rich, but it's definitely better than the 6W1. I haven't actually done a full review of this, so if you do want a full review, let me know and I will buy the 5N1 and also compare it with this, but I'll show you them both anyway. This is the shade 6W1 and this is the shade 5N1. Even though this is a neutral and this is a warm, it looks completely the other way around. I'm going to show you the 5N1 on now. So those are the two tinted moisturizers on. As you can see, I'm a lot more glowy than I was with the lightweight foundations, the Dior and the MAC. The one thing I would say that works in the Laura Mercier's favor is that the Laura Mercier does have a much better shade range than the It Cosmetics one. The Laura Mercier one is an SPF 30 and the It Cosmetics is an SPF 50. Both of them are 50ml. The Laura Mercier packaging is a bit less funky and helpful than the It Cosmetics one. The Laura Mercier just has like a nozzle and can get quite messy. I definitely do feel like the It Cosmetics just looks a bit more even. It evens out my complexion. It just looks a lot more seamless. But they're both really nice. They're both super glowy and fresh looking. They both have really good coverage as well, considering they are tinted moisturizers, and I do feel like they probably have more coverage with one application or one layer than both the Dior and the MAC. So if you do like the idea of the MAC or the Dior but you want a bit more coverage but still that lightweight feeling, then these two tinted moisturizers could be good options for you because they are the same size and they do give a similar glow factor, especially in the case of the MAC. Next up and finally are the NYX Bear With Me Skin Tint in the shade Deep Sable. This one is a bit more of an olivey shade. It's really nice. It's super lightweight and it does have a really nice dry down. It's also super affordable because it's NYX. It is 27ml, so it's the smallest one of them all. And my other favorite one is the Lancome 10 Idol Ultra Wear Nude. This is such a lovely lightweight foundation. I love the shade. This is in the shade 11. This one is 40ml, so it's not as big as the others. It's lasted me absolutely ages. It's really easy to have around with you. It comes with another nozzle lid as well. Both have pretty decent shade ranges, and definitely these aren't the last final shades, which is important. So first guys, I'm going to start with the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Nude. I really love this. It's such a nice lightweight foundation. It's got an SPF of 19, which is the most random thing ever, but it does promise 24-hour wear. It does have a really nice matte finish, and it does look really good on the skin. It's really lightweight, so I'm going to pop this on. I've got this in the shade 11. This is another one that just looks like my skin. It's still got a bit of a glow, but it's not overly glowy. It doesn't cover everything, but it does give a really nice, decent coverage as well. So on this side, guys, I'm going to pop on the NYX shade. This is the shade Deep Sable. It's a bit more olive. It evens out my skin. It's super lightweight. It's very fuss-free. I just had a look at the date, and it says this only works for 6 months after opening. I've definitely had it longer than that. It does have a bit of a funky smell to it, so just keep that in mind. You can't keep it for as long as the others. It's a bit more sheer than the Tint Idol side, and it's definitely not the right undertone, but this is an old product, so it's probably gone a bit more grey than it was. It does still give my skin a nice glow to it, and it is really lightweight on. It feels like absolutely nothing on. So guys, those are my favourite lightweight foundations and skin tints and tinted moisturisers. I'm just going to do a few honourable mentions, because there are a few that do deserve some honourable mentions. So first up is the Ultimate Lightweight Foundation. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I literally still cannot find this in my correct shade. I bought this in the shade 10 in an airport, and it was turned out to be too rich for me. Then I went to Selfridges, got matched up, and bought this in the shade 13. And the more I keep wearing it, the richer it looks. So I feel like both of them are now my summer shades. But this is such a nice lightweight, super lightweight foundation. It just feels like nothing on. It's amazing. But because I haven't quite been able to find my shade yet, it's not gone in my favorites. But this is the shade 13 here. It's got a really nice finish to the skin. I do really like this. It's 30 mils, it's glass, and it doesn't have SPF in it at all, so slightly more like a foundation than a skin tint. Next up is something I've actually only used once, but I do really like, but it is my wrong shade. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Stripped Nude Skin Tint, and I got this in the shade Deep ST09. I actually got it as a press sample, and for some reason I thought this was my shade. But I do really like the packaging of this. It comes in a squeezy tube with a pump as well, kind of like the It Cosmetics, and it's really nice. It's got like a really nice gel consistency. It's really lightweight, but the shade is just all wrong for me, so I don't use it very much or at all, but it's really, really nice. It's got a nice glow to it. It's actually a really beautiful shade. It's really rich, and it's got a really nice authentically neutral undertone to it. It's not too red. It's really pretty, and you can see that it's got a really nice sheen to it. This is in the shade Deep ST09, but yeah, it's obviously too rich for me, but I do really like it. So guys, that is it. Those are my favorite top 6 plus some honorable mentions, but top 6 skin tints, tinted moisturizers, and lightweight foundations. Hopefully you found it helpful, hopefully found it interesting. Let me know in the comments down below if you do have any other favorites, or if you'll be trying any of the ones I've reviewed today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go over to I Am Kaya's channel and check out her video. I'm really intrigued to see what she picks and whether we've picked the same things or not. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Let me know if there are any products you're going to be trying, any that you have tried, whether you like them, whether you didn't like them, and yeah, let me know if there are any others that I should be trying out for summer. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We would love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.